How's it going? So if you are one of those people who are like thinking about selling and you missed the 2021-22 market and you're just like, I missed the greatest market in the last 15 years. What am I going to do now? I have some good news for you. The market for sellers is not as bad as you think. And the reason being is that, yes, even though we have all these, we have high interest rates, we have market uncertainty, we have talk of going from a soft landing for the recession into a hard landing recession, but what we have is we still have low inventory and a lot of interested buyers. And those two things have kept, even though the number of transactions are much lower, so we have much more cautious buyers, we're down 20 or 30% in terms of the number of transactions that are happening this year. The prices have not dropped precipitously. They're being propped up by the low inventory and some of the interested buyers that are in the market. And I just read a very interesting article on Streeteasy about this, and I'm going to share it with you. So it says buyers are back, but home sales remain modest, which is really the story of the market right now. Now, the number of newly in-contract listings jumped 32% in February compared to January, following a strong resurgence of buyers. That said, we're down 21% year over year. So month over month, we're up. There was a big jump. Year over year, we're down a fairly big drop from February of 2022. But one of the important things to remember here is that February of 2022 was a huge year. That was a huge month, huge year. 2022 was record-breaking. The first half of it was record-breaking. Now, the other thing that's very interesting, and this is a key number here, is the average number of inquiries received by for sale listings on Streeteasy was 9% above its pre-pandemic level in February. That means that in February of 2020, there were not as many buyers looking as there are in February of 2023. February of 2020, for those of you who are paying attention or around like me, was a very busy month. So we had been in a little bit of a down market, slight down market from like 2017 to 2019. And then at the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020, all signs pointed to a huge spring market. It was just taking off in January and February. It was super busy then, unexpectedly. And COVID came in and squashed that. It just eliminated, just literally shut down the market, right? But so all that interest, the level of interest that we were seeing in February of 2020 has been exceeded by the level of interest in 2023, just within the last month. And yes, there's all kinds of like banking uncertainty and all this stuff, but the buyers are out there. And even though the rates are high, the buyers are still interested. But what they're doing is they're being more cautious because they know they can't get, their mortgage rates of 6-something% are double what they would have been a year and a half ago or a year ago. So it is still, because of that low inventory that is propping up the pricing and not allowing pricing to crash the way the number of transactions has crashed, is still making it a favorable time for sellers in many ways. Now, let go of the idea that you're going to get the absolute top of the market pricing that people were getting a year ago. Okay, that is done. That market is gone. However, that is not to say that it is not a bad time to actually sell your property, thanks to the buyers, in spite of the macroeconomic conditions. So I want to point that out to you. If you have questions, I'm always happy to talk about this stuff. And for those friends of mine who are watching these, I'm always happy to say hello, just because, life. All right. Talk to you guys.